Yo, what is going on, guys? Here, my name is xBuzzerman, and today I got for you the hardest things to do in Clash of Clans. This will be a compilation of the most challenging achievements to attain in Clash of Clans. If you guys are able to actually achieve any of these, put in the comment section down below, or tweet at me a picture of something that you can do at xBuzzerman. It should appear right about now. Let's go ahead and get started, and hopefully you will enjoy. First goal, it is going to be kind of on the same level. Now, I wanted to do things that are attainable, and the number one spot probably isn't attainable because there's a lot of kind of like debauchery going on up at the top of those leaderboards. There's a lot of real cheating and bad things going on at the top of the leaderboards for Clash of Clans, so I'm not going to put that on there, reaching number one Clash of Clans. It's just going to be reaching the overall Master League and League Legend. If you can reach League Legend, which I think is above 5,000 trophies, yeah, it's above 5,000 cups, and that is absolutely awesome. Another thing to do is actually be in the top 200 for your local area. I'd say global, but global, it's just so ridiculously corrupted. It's kind of hard. There's a lot of really weird tactics going on up there. So local is actually attainable. So being able to do that overall is just extremely hard. If any of you guys have reached, I know a lot of you guys have reached Titans League. If you've reached League Legend, send me a screenshot of that. I'd definitely like to see it. Probably the next hardest thing to do is a defenseless series, or a series where you have a low town hall and get to Titans League. Sometimes you'll see YouTubers try to do these defenseless champion series or defenseless Titans where they do not use defenses. They just pretty much upgrade their town hall and they don't have any defenses and they have a good army composition and they try to get to Titans League. Extremely hard, and especially if you're a lower town hall. If you're a town hall level 8 trying to get to Titans League, or even town hall level 7 trying to get to Titans League, is probably one of the most difficult things you can do. I'd almost put it above getting into global. You have to be on top of your game all the time. You have to be pretty much on 24/7, making sure you don't get raided and raid a lot. So it's very, very hard. If you can achieve that accomplishment of being, I'd say, lower than a town hall level 8 and getting to Titans League, that's absolutely incredible. Or if you have a really, really bad underleveled base and you're able to get to Titans League, that's also awesome as well. If you guys have any screenshots of that, next thing to do is actually extremely hard because very, very few people have actually attained this. This is probably the most unattainable thing out of this whole list, besides actually getting on top of the global leaderboards, and that is going to be level 300, reaching max level. Or I think it's higher than 300 now. It might be 310 at this current time. Getting to that high of a level is absolutely incredible. The only guy I truly know that's done it is Brandon from Clash of Clans. I'm actually a friend with him, and he was able to reach the highest level of all time at his certain time, which was 300. He's since pushed the boundaries even more. You have to do a ton of donating. You have to be pretty much a max level town hall, just for the fact that that's another way to gain a ton of XP. But you see clans, I'm going to go ahead and show you right now. We're going to go over here that donate, or just clan members that donate hundreds of thousands of troops every cycle. They might not have them right now. If we look at the 200 Club, which is a donating strictly clan, they're level 230, and this guy's donating 41,000 troops in his current cycle. Look at this guy, 57,000. He's 159 now. He probably hasn't been doing that one. Here you go, 193 and 254,000 troops donated. So you see guys in the 6 figures, and they're not even close to level 300. So being able to reach level 300 itself is a goal in its entirety. I'd say not even, there's only probably a handful of guys who have been able to do it. Or a kind of like it's not the hardest thing to do in Clash of Clans, but it's probably the hardest thing to upgrade in Clash of Clans, and that has to be the Barbarian King and the Archer Queen. Getting those bad boys to max level is probably the hardest thing to upgrade in all of Clash of Clans. I would say something like a wizard tower, yeah, they do cost a lot of gold, but gold is expendable, and it's pretty much found throughout all of the trophy counts. Like a lot of it, you can find good raids pretty much from 1,200 trophies to 3,200 trophies. Now for Dark Elixir, even though there's a new skill-based matchmaking kind of like that, it still is not good enough. Sometimes at 1,200 trophies, you're not going to find as many good Dark Elixir raids as you are at 2,500 trophies, something like that, or even 1,800 trophies. And then getting these bad boys to level 40 is just a total merciless. This is level 5. guys. This is level 5, it costs 22,000. So imagine at level 40, it's going to cost you a lot. Along with walls, I'd say your actual heroes are the 2 hardest things to upgrade in Clash of Clans. This is probably the hardest collective effort to do, and that's just to get your clan into the top 200, whether it be local or global. Now, it can be done on global. You do see a lot of guys on global. I think Goblins TOC was in King's Rock at one point, which is the number 5 clan right now, but you can actually get to this top level if you have a ton of very good players. So the recruiting process, the actual trophy pushing process is going to be a very grueling effort. You're going to have close to 50 guys be able to do that. If you look at this one right here, Mega Empire and North 44 have been on the list for a very long time, along with King's Rock and Quantum's Web. So these guys are already very established clans. Establishing a clan to the magnitude of this is almost impossible. It's probably an impossible feat because there's not that many good players still drifting around clan lists. But what you can do is you can probably get your clan over to the top local. Now mine's United States, so you know, you can make fun of that all you want, but getting to the top local clans probably can be achievable. As you can see, most of these guys, you know, you actually don't have all Champions League guys, so you can get to a top 200 local clan relatively easier than a top 200 global clan. The next thing we have to do is go undefeated in clan wars. That is probably the hardest thing in my opinion, just from an average Joe standpoint. A lot of people can do it and they can get to 10 wins in a row without having a single loss. But then there's one of those times where the communication gets bad, a few bad raids are strung together at one time, and then it just leads to a loss. So going 100-0, I know I've made a video on that, being able to go 100-0 in clan wars is nearly impossible. I mean, you're going to be matched up against some really good clans. I know when we were a level 1 clan, we were having to face 2 level 4 clans in a row, and I think a level 6 clan as well, and it was just ridiculous, the type of competition that is instilled. There's no threshold for a amount of members to just do this well. I'd mostly say lower the better, but sometimes you can pull off some really successful clan war wins or clan war records with a lot of members. It all depends on how well you communicate. So communication is the key, but overall it's still almost an impossible task to go undefeated forever in clan wars with a lot of clanning or warring. You know, going like 50, 60, 70-0 is extremely hard, but it can be done. This is probably the rarest thing that ever happens in Clash of Clans, and it's the hardest thing to do, and that is to make almost the perfect base. Now there's no such thing as a perfect base, but there have been quite some very good bases that have come close, or that have really been successful. It happens a lot on the TH8 level. That is a town hall level that has a very good base, and usually equivalent attacking strategies can't beat them if they're good enough. Now, what kind of bases have those been? There's a base called Tesla Theme Park. There's another like Hurricane base, and those are really the only 2 that I know that have been extremely successful within their days. Tesla Theme Park was probably the best base of all time for Town Hall 8 in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I just saw a ton of people using it at the time. It really introduced traps, and overall it was almost an impenetrable base at the current time. For about a month straight, it was just an impossible base. People started developing strategies around it though. Once you find a base that's like that, that is absolutely awesome. You've been kind of like a pioneer, and then you start to see the base copied everywhere. You see that pretty much everywhere. Even this base right here, it's a pretty good base. It's not incredible whatsoever, but it still has its flaws. There's a lot of bases that have its flaws. If you even look at the top 10, there's always base trends, and they don't really happen often, but there are some base trends that happen where they're almost too good, and then they have to make some sort of buff to beat those bases, because those bases really you can't get more than 2 stars on them. Or you can get 2 stars, but it becomes difficult. I don't know where I am right now. I don't know why I did that, but let's go over here to Stealth, which is the top player in the world. You see that base rolling around a lot. That's actually a very popular base, guys. But creating a viral base that is just so good that a ton of people use it, that's probably one of the hardest feats to do. Now, most everyone can, to an extent, get to Town Hall 10 without doing anything, but to not be able to use gems at all is probably one of the hardest things to do. I know I use gems. I know everyone else probably uses gems. All you guys who are watching me have used gems at one point in your life. Getting to 5 builders and then just being able to get to even this Town Hall level 9 right here would take a very long time. You have to set your priorities different. You have to plan a lot differently just to be able to get up enough gems to get to the builders. Now, it is a little easier since you can attain a ton of gems just from unplucking bushes and things of that nature. This 1866 gems, probably 800 or 900 of that, even more, I think probably even more, have been due to just the plucking of bushes or removing a bush. I don't know why I keep saying plucking of bushes. I mean, that could be taken in so many wrong contexts, but regardless, the removing of trees and stumps, it just takes a very long time, guys. So doing things without gems, I know you're probably thinking, oh, you're a money whore or something like that. No, it's not. That's definitely not the case. What we're really talking about is being able to get those 5 builders and then work up to just improving your base without boosting at all. Probably nobody's really done that. There might be 1 or 2 guys, because you get those gems and you want to spend it. A gemless series would be quite interesting to see. Now, I found this suggestion on a comment down below, so if you guys are looking to get it shouted out, you guys can go ahead and do that. Comment down below some really hard things to do, but this is kind of like a troll thing, and that's raiding with your elbows. Now, I've raided with about every body part on me except for a few. I'm pretty sure you can fill in the blanks right there, and maybe I have, maybe I haven't. No, that's a terrible thought to think, but the elbows is bar none the hardest thing to raid with. I've raided with my nose, my butt cheeks, my toes, and the elbows still reign as the hardest thing to raid with. I tried to get it somewhat of a decent shot, but it was almost impossible to get it to where I wasn't covering the screen with my huge biceps. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and that's the hardest body part to raid with to an extent. The thing that I find very hard is to be able to do an all goblins raid and try to get a 3-star. Let's go ahead and try to do it. I'll be back once I get an actual raid that I feel I can 3-star. Alright guys, I think this is our best opportunity. We're going to see if we can get at least a 2-star, if not a 3-star. We're only going to use the goblins, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and try our hand at it. We're just going to start off by using some goblins. I really don't know how to get a 3-star with these bad boys. I mean, I see a relative problem. We might be able to get a star out of this if we can get it well enough. I think if we can maybe attack from the right areas, we might be able to get a star or 2 out of this, but it'd have to be like perfect troop placement. They're pretty fast little suckers, so that we might be able to get something or not out of that. The only problem is that it's just hard. Using these hard army compositions always not the easiest thing to do, but overall I still find it very beneficial. It's a lot of fun to do it. I think we should be done with all the storages once this is all said and done, so we can start raiding now. Let's see what we can do to all these bad boys now. Can we get to the town hall? That's the big question. That's our key for the raid. Alright, I think we got it. I think we got a 2-star problem. Yep, we got a 2-star out of this. Getting a 3-star would actually be extremely hard. I know I probably could have rated better there, but overall it was a lot of fun. But try your hand at it and send me a video if you're able to do that. Getting a 3-star with goblins. Alright guys, I want to thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully I didn't waste too much of your time. I actually thought this video was kind of informative. It gave you guys some goals or some real aspirations to kind of knock off these goals. If you ever have been able to attain any of these, tweet at me at xBuzzerman. I know I've been advertising my Twitter a lot lately, but I think it's a great gateway for us to start to communicate that the worst bases, top 10 worst bases series that I did has been really successful on Twitter. You guys have sent me an amazing amount of photos for my next photo vault for worst bases, and I definitely do appreciate it. So let's try to do that. If you're able to achieve anything, comment down below or tweet at me a picture of it at xBuzzerman, And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I want to thank you all for watching this video once again. If there's anything you believe is harder, go ahead and put in the comment section down below. I'll see you next time, and later.